Let's set up the prims animation. We create a new geometry, call it rndr underscore prims. Dive inside and create again an object merge. Find the out prim animation, which are the primitives that get animated by the spread effect. We say in prims, and now we use a delete. We could do this in this node as well, but just to have more control, we will do it here. We say primitives delete by expression at cd.z smaller than 0.1, let's say, and we deleted the black primitives, so now we have something like this. And what we also need to do before touching this part is using the timeshift node on this sphere to sync them up. Let's go inside the sphere, goes to other objects, so we can also, or maybe show all objects, and we can definitely see that the sphere is growing too fast. So I would say let's timeshift this by minus 30 frames. And yeah, I think this is pretty nice because you see these are the second waves of the prims. So I think if the sphere grows when the second waves comes, then it's perfect. So also remember about clamping to first, and yeah, we should see that everything is working except one thing. So you see that let's maybe use none on clamping. Yeah, so this time we don't need anything about the sphere before the second waves hits, so this is perfect. So you see how nicely we could time shift everything, and because we also use the time shift here, we also have the color and the age shifted correctly. Yeah, of course we could maybe copy this time shift and add it here as well. So let's tweak out the prims. We hide other objects, and I would like for these prims to have a thickness to them. So I can just go and extrude and maybe say minus 0.005 maybe. Actually it's plus. Something like this, maybe 0.04. And also out to the back. So we have also, we don't have a hole here. We just have another polygon. And also what I would like to output is the side group, extrude front and back groups, so then we can assign materials to them. Then I would like to add a normal just to make sure everything looks right in the render. Redshift really needs normals to render correctly. And also what I can do is add a material. I can also assign material from here, not necessarily from here. So I want to assign them from inside the node because I have several groups and I want to have an emissive material over the edge and a metal material over the top and bottom. So here I can say emissive mat and then metal. Here I can just say, select this sphere and just say prim underscore metal. And here I can say prim underscore emission. And also if I connect those, maybe after the normal, I can select the groups. So I have extrude side is the emissive and extrude front and back, it's the metal. What else I need to do? I think I also need to add an alpha channel to this, so I can do a point wrangle. So I would like the primitives to be transparent where they are darker, and there's a parameter for this. I can say alpha equals channel ramp from at cd.z because this is blue. And now it's really nice that in Houdini we can see the alpha in the viewport. So now I can just tweak how transparent it is. Although Redshift doesn't read exactly the same, but it's pretty close. So now we have also the alpha set alpha and just put a null and say out prims maybe, and then make a blue color, and here maybe yellow one just to see the materials. And it has a small error. Yeah, it doesn't find the material yet because it doesn't exist. So now let's create the materials. You can just copy this one and say prim emission and prim metal, I believe. So now it has the materials. So inside the prim emission, we can just keep the emission, keep the same blue, but I would like to read the alpha. So read alpha. This is with capital A, and also do a ramp, maybe we need it. And then we go to opacity color. So then the other one is the metal, and we just delete everything besides the metal. And then we also need the alpha, we can take it from here already. So this is the alpha opacity color. And of course, I think we also need to read the color. So here we need to read CD. And also it will be nice for the emission to read the CD. So let's see here, read CD. And then we just put it here. And then in the metal, we say also read CD, have it into diffuse, because it's not really a 100% metal, so it can have diffuse. And also I think for the emission we don't need the opacity, sorry. So again, we just have for the emission, it's an emission color. Actually, we need to undo this because yeah, we have this color constant, emission color. So we don't need alpha. Okay, and here we need to put the CD back. So maybe we just put this into the reflection. RS color correct, just to have a color correct node on this one. So read the CD, add it into reflection color. And I'm pretty sure we need to tone down the saturation and also add a Fresnel on the weight. So maybe we put here 20 and this one. Yeah, so I think it's pretty fine. I'm just dialing some numbers here, but I'm not sure how it looks until we hit render. So let's do that now. I just put the camera back and now save before going to Redshift. Sometimes it crashes, so that's why I save it before. Okay, so I think it looks pretty nice already. The emission is too high. Let's go and tweak that. So prim emission, maybe 2. Yeah, so now it's way better. Yeah, so I think it will come up pretty nice. So these are the overall shaders. We also need to create another one for the lines. So let's do that now. I'll stop the render for now, and for the lines we just need to add a node here with render lines and just read them. So in lines and go to the lines, scan lines effect, out scan lines. Now we have to wait a bit for the polywire. Of course we can cache this also, but I won't do this now. Okay, so these are the lines, and I just think we don't need anything from here. Okay, and we need to assign a material, sphere, change it to lines, and we take the prim emission and change it to lines, put it here, and now of course we can read the CD. So point attribute, we read the CD of the lines, and then we can you can just multiply that with the color constant. So I say redshift color layer, and now we have the color constant, which is blue for now. I can also change it. So then we have the layer 1 color, put this into emission, and I just multiply this. And I'm pretty sure we need to do a ramp because that black is too black. And also I could do a redshift color correct because I want to change the hue from blue to yellow. Okay, so now I take a leap of faith and save this and also start the render and hope Redshift doesn't crash. Okay, so we have some lines. Of course, as I said, the ramp is too dark, so I may need to bring it up to here and make it a lot lighter. Actually, I think I need to invert this because I want to have it brighter at the beginning and not so bright at the end. So I will invert the ramp. And now the problem is that it's the same blue color, so I would just want to color correct this and shift the hue to a more yellow one or something. Yeah, so I think this is better. And also, let's see if I go over 1 with this, if it does something. Yeah, so I can just go over 1 and then it makes the center a lot brighter. Then I can add another point here and this would be 1. And the center of the source will be a lot brighter. Okay, so I think we are done with the effect itself. I will just organize a bit the nodes. I will put another group here and say render. Next, we'll tweak out the background and add some extra lights.